Welcome to the Renaissance. Today, we're having what could be an uncomfortable conversation about how individual candidates are perishable, but the party must be perennial. Whether we like it or not, candidates are temporary. The party is supposed to endure. We keep acting like it's the other way around. Candidates come and candidates go. Though they may win many times and be in office for an entire career, eventually entropy will take over and their seat will go to another. Maybe they lose the election. Maybe they term out where term limits are. Maybe they just simply burn out. We've seen examples of all of these outcomes. Some may never leave and simply die in office, which has happened, but eventually their time in the role ends. The core reality that gets forgotten is that they are representatives. They're chosen from among the people, and the seat doesn't actually belong to them. It belongs to the voters. It's only theirs temporarily. We keep centering everything around the individual. The big name, the big personality, a great campaign. We talk about people like they are the office, and that creates ego, arrogance, and pride. And those lead to the creation of echo chambers and little mini fiefdoms. They also create fragility and weak points for the party and the brand as a whole. Often, this leads to a system that requires an entirely full reset every time a person's time in office comes to an end. And then we get stuck. We try to find a replacement. No single person is the whole show. And if the system only works with one specific personality, then the system doesn't work. Strong systems produce results even with average candidates. But weak systems rely entirely on exceptional people. And when those people are gone, they collapse. Right now, we lean way too hard on the latter instead of building on the former. Imagine a football team rebuilding every single season. New ownership, new management, new coaching staff, a new playbook, a new roster, every season. How often is that team winning the Super Bowl? All too often, that's what we're doing. After a race ends, most of what was built simply disappears. Data sits unused, debriefs don't get done, lessons learned aren't captured, much less shared. Teams disperse, and then we start over again and again and again. That is wasted effort. Individual campaigns should function like test labs. Run experiments, then capture what worked and feed it back into the system. So that way the next candidate starts ahead, not at zero. Right now, what happens on a campaign rarely carries over into governance. What works in governance rarely feeds back to the campaign. Bills don't get talked about in campaign, and what bills are going to be don't get talked about in the governance. There's no shared language, no shared feedback loop. A living party platform and party-owned tools could change that. We need a platform that is updated from real results, not just written once and then forgotten. This leads tools that candidates can use on the trail in an office. Now wins in the office can inform the next campaign, and campaign lessons can improve how we govern. That's how we build momentum. That's how we create a flywheel. The party should be the structure that holds all that information, processes, experience, something that grows over time. The candidates plug into it, but they don't rebuild it every time. Campaign feeds governance, governance feeds campaign. It's a total yearly cycle and not seasonal. That's how you start building a positive feedback loop year over year in election cycle to election cycle. Right now, we keep looking for the right person to fix everything. A new governor, a new state chair. That's not how this works. Systems beat personalities. If the structure is weak, it doesn't matter who you put in. And until we get that fixed, we're going to keep losing. And then we're going to scratch our heads. I don't understand why we lost. If the party is not getting stronger after each election cycle, we're not actually building anything. We're just repeating the same play with different characters. Candidates matter, and they matter a lot, but they are temporary. The party is what's supposed to last. If we build that correctly, everything else gets easier for everyone involved. If we don't, nothing changes. Next video, I'm going to pull all this together on what a party actually looks like when it's built to improve over time. Thank you for joining the Renaissance.